It's time to speak up. ICE is now removing undocumented foster children from their foster homes. Removing foster children from their foster homes for deportation. Y'all, I've been...
Thousands of Haitians
25 News reporter
being deported
is live outside the Haitian consulate in downtown.
My dad bought everything for me to live over here. The rent, and I don't know what I'm going to eat. And I'm so lonely right now. I need my dad for me.
Welcome back to Brilliance React YouTube channel, and today every day in the United States of America, people are being taken away from their families, their communities, and their homes. And it's not because of crime, it's because of many reasons. The issue of immigration laws and enforcement and the deportation. Many people are living in fear because they are being read in schools, at their workplace, and at their homes. Let's watch these videos, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking and commenting. And for those that haven't yet subscribed, kindly do so. And let's get to watch this video, and I will come back with my opinions and views concerning this. Thank you.
Depende de nosotros.
Ella es la mamá.
Sí.
¿Y por qué se la están llevando? ¿A qué vinieron?
Tumbaron el caso, según. Es lo que están haciendo ahorita, por eso no venga nadie. No vengan porque se los van a llevar a todos. Están ahí arriba muchos de migración esperando que les tumben el caso para llevárselos.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Eduardo Duarte.
¿Y ella cómo se llama?
Luz del Carmen Herrera.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Me puedes decir qué pasó?
Desestimaron el caso y se la van a llevar. Es lo que están haciendo. Un momento.
Okay, so here's what just happened that should be screaming across every headline. The Trump administration just issued a memo to the Department of Justice telling them to start prioritizing civil denaturalization. And that means revoking citizenship from naturalized Americans, people who became citizens legally, if the government believes that they got that citizenship fraudulently or pose a security threat. And sure, the memo claims that this is only for the worst of the worst, like war criminals, terrorists, gang members. It has been done historically. And that sounds fair in theory, but here's the catch. Once a naturalized citizen is targeted for civil denaturalization, they don't get a public defender. It's not a criminal case. You're just stripped of your citizenship in a civil court with no automatic right to a lawyer. And this opens the door to some seriously dangerous territory, because now the executive branch, meaning Trump's DOJ, gets to decide who counts as a fraudulent citizen. And once you're denaturalized, guess what? You're deportable. So this raises huge constitutional concerns. Who decides what counts as fraud? What counts as a threat? Are certain communities, especially immigrants of color, going to be disproportionately targeted? And what happened to due process? And let's not forget that citizenship is supposed to be the final stop in the immigration journey. You don't just undo it like an Amazon return. So when you zoom out, This is part of a pattern. Trump's already signed executive orders targeting birthright citizenship, and now this. So we're watching the erosion of what citizenship means in real time. So if you're thinking, well, this doesn't affect me, you should ask yourself, if the government can take someone else's citizenship, what makes yours safe? So you should call your representatives, ask them where they stand, and if you're a naturalized citizen or you love someone who is, this isn't just politics, this is your life. Citizenship is supposed to be permanent.
Has anyone thought to question where exactly are these undocumented citizens going? During Argentina's dirty war in the 1970s, the military dictatorship kidnapped, tortured, and disappeared over 30,000 people. These people were students, journalists, activists, anyone that they deemed as a threat. But one of the most horrifying ways that they disappeared these people was with what's now called death flights. Political prisoners were drugged and told that they were being transferred. Everyday citizens were loaded onto military planes and thrown out alive over the Atlantic Ocean. These flights were designed to make people disappear without a trace and ultimately hide the scale of their atrocity. The Argentinian Dirty War was a period of state terrorism led by an authoritarian dictatorship that was completely supported and funded by the US. Similarly, today, what's going on with these mass deportations? Where exactly are these undocumented citizens being taken? We've already been flooded images of undocumented citizens being loaded onto cargo planes, and many family members left in the dark of how to communicate with those who were detained by ICE, no idea where their whereabouts are. What makes matters worse is that we are getting stories like this. In Spain, at least 5 bodies have been found off the coast of an island with their hands and feet shackled. And this was just a few days ago in June 2025. I came across a video from a woman who I'll tag down below who has been following military flight and has been noticing a pattern that they are flying out to the middle of the ocean and turning right back around. I'll be the first to say I don't know if these stories are connected, and I have no proof that history is repeating itself, but I know that history repeats itself. Argentina's war was extreme, but it started with everyday ideas of patriotism, law and order, and tradition. I don't think it's far-fetched to draw parallels from what happened in Argentina to what's happening in the US today, especially when you factor in how the Federal Aviation Administration has been affected since this administration took office. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think this is history repeating itself, or this is just a coincidence?
Trump just made America's biggest mistake. They drove the workers away. Now the whole country is falling apart. Latest news from the White House. Massive evictions backfired. California farmers watched $2 billion worth of crops rot in the fields. 4,000 farm workers disappeared overnight. Grocery prices up 40% in 2 weeks, and it's only going to get worse. Construction sites in Texas look like ghost towns, half-finished hospitals, schools, bridges, just abandoned there. Contractors say we lost 80% of our workforce in one raid. Seniors in Florida are suffering the most. Nursing homes can't find people to work 30% to 50% staff shortages everywhere. One nursing home has closed forever. These undocumented workers aren't taking jobs. They're doing jobs that no one else wants to do. The streets of LA are now littered with trash restaurants close at 6 p.m. No dishwashers, no cooks, no cleaners. America wants them gone, but forgets who keeps us alive. Is this enforcement, or will the country destroy itself? The real question is, who will clean up the mess after we clean them up?
If you're an illegal immigrant that currently lives in the United States, you should watch this video. It's for you, okay? I don't think that you're in a winning situation. You're going to lose no matter what, okay? ICE is not going anywhere. Their budget is being tripled over the next 3 years, thanks to the recent bill that just passed, the big, beautiful bill, meaning that ICE is going to be the largest, if not one of the largest federal enforcement agencies in the country. What does that tell me? It tells me that America has changed the way that they think. They no longer want immigrants in the United States. The immigrants that are here already and are citizens, I guess they're here to stay. But the ones that are coming here with the hopes to become a citizen, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. Now, there's a lot of things that have made this clear to me. For example, people are showing up to their court dates to report. Illegals are, right? And when they're showing up to court, they're being arrested and deported. So you're showing up doing what you're supposed to do, and you're still being deported, okay? Now, if you don't show up to court, what's going to happen? You're going to definitely get deported for not reporting, okay? So the point is, it's obvious that illegal immigration is not what's going to be happening in America anymore, okay? And you're lying to yourself if you think this is going to get better. And you're lying to yourself if you think protesting in the street is going to do anything at all. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to change anything, okay? The change in America is here to stay. And I think it's wiser for you to grab your family and yourself and leave willingly. Because if you leave willingly, there's going to be a lot less damage done to you and your family. If you don't leave willingly and ICE finds you, they're going to tear your family apart. They're going to put you all in different detention centers all across the country and ship you off to different places because they've already got arrangements where they can ship you to countries that you don't even belong to. It will be absolute horror for you if you wait for that. It's better if you just leave on your own. And I think that's what the federal government's trying to encourage with all these tactics, is to get people to just want to leave on their own. And if you think your immigration lawyer is going to help you, they're not going to help you. I think that what's going to happen soon is a lot of immigration law firms are going to get raided by the federal government and the attorneys arrested because they're rampant with fraud. And I think this administration is going to go after immigration attorneys pretty soon. So don't think that your immigration attorney is going to save you. They're not.
It's time to speak up. ICE is now removing undocumented foster children from their foster homes. Removing foster children from their foster homes for deportation. Y'all, I've been working in the foster care system for 28 years. I'm a former foster mom, and I adopted 4 children from foster care and fostered many others. And I have represented hundreds of children who are in foster care. And one thing all of these children have in common is they have all been through trauma to one degree or another. We are taking children who have already been through trauma and removing them from foster homes for deportation. There will be a reckoning for this in this life or the next. For those of you who are supporting this, there will be a reckoning for this in this life or the next. And for those of you who are sitting silently by while these atrocities are unfolding before our eyes.
Now do you understand that it was never about your legal status? It was just about the fact that you were not white. Trump told you that he was going to do this and you let him use you. Cubans for Trump, Latinos for Trump, dogs for slaughterhouses, and y'all voted for him. And it's just because you had too much disdain for a black woman. You could not stand to see a black woman make it into the position of power that y'all wanted, so you voted for the man who wanted to send you back to your war-torn countries. Because most of these visas, the over 500,000 visas that he's revoking, are visas that Biden gave to people who were fleeing war-torn countries. Biden did so much for the country, provided so much solitude, gave the people a fighting chance, alley-ooped it up to Harris, and you guys said, no, she's black, fuck that shit. Now you have a month to self-deport, not a month to contest, not a month to get your legal status in order. He is giving 500,000 people a month to self-deport or face deportation through ICE. And you know what ICE is now? They take you to Guantanamo Bay. They're going to make you slave labor. And you know who doesn't have rights in America? Non-citizens. I remember vividly arguing with people, letting them know that it did not matter if you got here legally. It does not matter how you are as an immigrant, if you're a model immigrant. If you are not a white American, they were not going to protect you. And we told you all. What? I just saw a video of Cubans on the boat singing Cubans are going to vote for Trump. You see the first list of people on this? Cubans. And they were one of the loudest supporters of Trump. It makes no sense. He said he was going to do this. I need to know, why did y'all vote for him when y'all knew he was going to do this?
Thousands of Haitians
25 News reporter
being deported
is live outside the Haitian consulate in downtown Crossing. Drew?
Rachel, the Trump administration has rolled back an 18-month extension of deportation protection, stripping hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants of their protected status by August. The General Consulate of Haiti here in downtown Crossing and advocates across the Boston area are now being flooded with uncertainty and anxiety.
And it does this country no good to try to ship people back to a dangerous country like Haiti.
A directive to push more than 500,000 Haitians out of the United States in less than 6 months is being called unrealistic and unfair by Jeff Thielman with the International Institute of New England.
You will see communities ripped apart. You will see families ripped apart. They followed legal pathways to get here. They did everything that they were supposed to do.
The Department of Homeland Security says about 57,000 Haitians registered for temporary protected status following a devastating 7.0 magnitude earthquake in 2010. That status was renewed under the Biden administration in 2021 amid civil unrest after the assassination of Haiti's president.
This will have disastrous consequences for them. These are people that have been here, some since 2010. A lot of them have had U.S. citizen children here in the U.S.
Under the Biden administration, Haiti's temporary protected status was extended through February 3rd, 2026, but protection from deportation and work permits
In the U.S.
Yeah, Massachusetts is home to the third largest Haitian population.
¿Es tu esposa? ¿Quisieras decir algo?
Son unas mierdas, pinche gobierno, no vale chingar su madre.
Vamos a ir al centro.
Están mis hijas esperándolos en la casa. 6 niñas tengo que dependen de nosotros.
Ella es la mamá.
Sí.
¿Y por qué se la están llevando?
Porque
¿A qué vinieron?
Tumbaron el caso, según. Es lo que están haciendo ahorita, por eso no venga nadie. No vengan porque se los van a llevar a todos. Están ahí arriba muchos de migración esperando que les tumben el caso para llevárselos.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Eduardo Duarte.
¿Y ella cómo se llama?
Luz del Carmen Herrera.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Me puedes decir qué pasó?
Le desestimaron el caso y se la van a llevar. Es lo que están haciendo.
Tranquila, ma. Acá estoy yo, acá estoy yo. Tranquila, ma. Aquí estoy yo. Aquí estoy yo, ma. Acá está todo.
Hey. Ok, un momento. Un momento. Está bien. Trátenlo bien, pues, no son animales. Air condition is on. Siéntese.
¡No puedo estar aquí!
No la toques así.
No, you need a warning.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Caballero, por favor. Le van a dar
Trátenla bien, no son animales.
No quiere darnos
A mí no me andan tocando.
Nadie lo está tocando, señor.
¿Cómo no?
Van a
Ese no me tocó a
reaccionar.
mí. Ese no me tocó a mí.
Señor, usted lo toca, él lo tiene que tocar.
No, yo no lo
Por
toqué en
favor,
ningún momento. En ningún momento. ¿No estás viendo? Que no son animales, trátenlos bien.
We will be there in 10 minutes. It's not a long drive, okay? Let's get those people. Give us 50
A little bit of space, please.
Give us 50
A little bit of space. You guys still doing something? Just give us some space, please. A little bit.
Keep going, back up, please.
Thank you very much.
It's happening. In anticipation of a Trump win, Texas has acquired thousands of acres of land right along the Mexican and U.S. border. And now the state of Texas has sent a letter to the Trump administration offering 1,400 acres to be utilized for a mass deportation camp. The land is located in Stark County, right along the Rio Grande Valley. The 1,400 acres would allow the Trump administration to build an enormous facility for processing all undocumented immigrants to be deported. The first to be deported, the 1.6 undocumented criminals currently in the United States. Trump has yet to respond to the offering of the land in Texas. But the acquisition of the land indicates only one thing. Governor Abbott from Texas and Trump already had talks of such facility and the need of the land. The letter offering the land to Trump just makes it official. Having the land is one thing. Having the money to build a facility and to send millions of people back to their country of origin is another. Mexico will not take anyone else other than their own Mexican people. Claudia Sheinbaum has said she will not take anyone from any other country. This is almost like having the land to build a home, but you don't have the money to build a house.
They don't have everything for me to live over here. The rent, I don't know where I'm going to eat. Those right now. I need my dad for me. My dad didn't do nothing. He said, remember there was something that's what I'm best took them. Please let him free. The government, please put your heart. Let my parents be free with everybody else, please. Do the jobs with kindness and everything. Thank you, that's all the words I have for y'all.
They appealed for 2 weeks today outside City Hall. Yesterday, outside City Hall.
My sisters are crying because their dad isn't here. So please, let him come home.
Wait, the US is deporting 500,000 Haitians back to a war zone? Let's talk about this a little bit. So here's the deal. Over 500,000 Haitians currently live under temporary protection status here in America, and the Department of Homeland Security just announced yesterday on Friday that that will be canceled in August, meaning that they are open to deportation September 3rd. These Haitians have been here paying their taxes, raising families, being great members of the community, are now facing deportation to what many consider a war zone. Currently in Haiti, 90% of the capital is controlled by armed gunmen, as well as kidnapping, SA, and many other organized crimes are rampant throughout Haiti. And many humanitarian people say that if we do send these people that have been here for the last decade to this place, it will be a death sentence, meaning that they will not survive as they do not have any protections whatsoever. This isn't immigration policy. This is cruelty because this is a war zone, and these families need a TPS extension. You can call your representatives. You can share this because we need to speak up, as these people have done nothing wrong and do not deserve to go back to a war zone. Thanks so much for being here. Please stay safe, stay informed, follow somebody you trust.
This lady from Jamaica, for example, says a lot of people who get here illegally are desperate to leave their countries.
Sometimes they don't have a choice, sometimes they want to get away from the chaos that's going on, sometimes they're in danger, their family in danger, their self in danger, and when they go back, it's gonna be like they're going back for the dead.
This morning, outside the ICE office, crossing her fingers and praying for her son, who is inside waiting on his approval.
Honestly, it's terrible, terrified. I'm very terrified, I'm just hoping for the best for my loved one and everyone.
Opinion about this is that people are still living in fear. Families are being torn apart emotionally, mentally, and financially, because already a lot of people have lost their jobs. They are now unstable, and now if they are being deported to places that they don't know, they don't know the language, because they have lived in United States in decades, and this has caused trauma and depression within the community. People should be treated right and fairly. That massive deportation, I've heard that the Haitians will be deported overly 500,000 within the month of August, and that has caused a lot of mixed reaction within the community. The president that they elected, he's supposed to help them, he's supposed to protect them, not going against their wills. Those protected programs, like the temporary protected status, those people are not safe anymore because they will be deported anytime. The community lives in fear and shock. Also, the children in the foster centers, you may find that their parents are immigrants, so they end up losing their parents. They are not bonding anymore, and this is not right. This is totally unfair to the community. Those children in foster care are facing challenges because they are feeling that feeling of being neglected, abandoned, and abused, and that is not good at all. There is that solidarity and unity among the Black people. Those temporary protected status who joined in 2 years are facing a lot of challenges, as because many of them have already lost their jobs, and now that they are living in fear of being deported. And my question is, who is actually benefiting from all of this situation happening? Kindly comment down your opinion and concern about this. There's that denaturalization whereby the legal citizens are also being at the target of being denaturalized, and this has caused a mixed reaction within the community. Denaturalization is being weaponized, and particularly it's happening in the immigrants, and I don't know it's because of the color or because they're from the marginalized community. I don't know. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below your opinions and thoughts about this. What are your views about this massive deportation? What should and should not be done? Kindly tell me down below.